Good day, guys. This is my new purchase. It's new, but it's already about a month and a half old already. I bought this in New Brunswick, Canada. I've been looking for one for a while, just for our property. And I didn't want to buy a Kubota or, Bobcat or whatnot, because they're a lot of money. Just for private use, there's no sense of spending that kind of money just for, private use. So I settled for this. I saw them online. You can buy them on Alibaba or whatever, but I didn't want to deal with that, so I bought it off a private owner. He does ship them and get them in New Brunswick and sell them for a little bit of profit, I guess. And I didn't mind that, because when it gets here, and he knows exactly what we get. Instead of me, buying one and it gets here, it's not the right machine or whatnot. So this is what I got. I wanted the basic model, but he sold it, so I had to buy the other one he had, which is this one. So it has the expandable tracks. It retracts in and out, so it goes in. It'd be a total width of 33.5 inches when it's retracted in, and 40 inches when it's retracted fully out. The blade itself, you pull some pins and you can, put it more narrow as well. That ditching bucket, I had to buy it. It's a 32-inch wide bucket. The thumb's the same deal, I had to buy that. It's just a mechanical thumb, but it is plumb over here for the hydraulic. If I want to put a cylinder, then I get a, hydraulic thumb. What else? Yeah, it's good quality machine. I mean, the metal itself is not an issue. It's very well built. The only thing is not strong. It would be the roll cage, I would say. That would be pretty much, I wouldn't trust my life on it. But otherwise, it's a pretty good, decent machine. I mean, for private use. I wouldn't say it's a good machine to start a business or, making money with. I'm sure you can make a little bit of money, but you gotta expect you're gonna spend some money too. So that's the specs on it. And you got that right, it's a briggs and stratton gasoline motor. And they call it the high top HT10. That's the model. This guy branded it as a XC whatever 10 SE. It does have the swing boom on it, which is not something I use much. I got about 20 hours on this machine, so I used it a little bit. I'm gonna try to do an oil change this weekend. Problems. Most of my problems I had with it were just loose fittings and loose bolts. There's no major issues whatsoever so far. The worst issue I had, which I would suggest everybody to check, is take this panel off. And in the center, where's your rotating gear, whatever, you got the little motor that rotates it. That comes loose. There's 4 bolts. Just tighten them up. And there's 6 bolts that hold the whole body into the mainframe. That does come loose as well. One thing you'll notice, the whole body will teeter-totter. So that's a sign that those 6 bolts are loose. And that came loose on me twice so far. My plan is to take that apart this weekend, put some Loctite, and give that a whirl. Hopefully that will solve that issue. One hydraulic hose for the final drive in the back. The fitting wasn't tight enough. It was leaking. Actually, leaking fairly bad. It was one of these 2 lines here. Those 2 here. So I tied them up, cleaned it, and that was it for that. And I had another leak around the joystick area, one of the valves. And it was the same deal, just tied up the fitting and everything was good. To tie up the tracks, simple. There's no grease nipple or nothing, just that bolt here. Tighten him up, and tighten up the track, loosen it up, loosen it up. Like it's a basic, very basic machine. No sensors or bullshit like that to deal with. No, it's fairly reliable. One thing I hate is when you tow it around, I put this bungee cord because the strap flies in the wind and the whole seat system. That's one thing I hate. The other thing I hate is this fuel cap, this fuel tank. To fill it up is kind of a pain in the ass. It's still full from last time. So I just keep an old top bottle as a funnel. It's kind of hard to pour in there without doing a mess. That's the briggs stratton motor. That's your pump down there. Hydraulic tank. It did leak at first. Now it seems okay. I didn't clean it up yet. Get your hour meter over there. This one, when they shipped it from China to here, they forgot the machine on, so it shows like 1400 hours. There's no way there's 1400 hours in this thing. This is your switch on and off. Your choke. Yeah. So that's the two main thing I hate about it. And power wise, it has a lot of friggin' power for a one ton. I mean, if this thing would be heavier, it'd be even better. Because each time you dig with it, it wants to go inside the hole you're digging. So power is not an issue. I got 16 years of experience in hole digging, and I'm quite impressed with it. It is a bit jerky if you put the RPMs up too much. I like to idle it down. It's not as jerky. I mean, it takes practice, right? It's like anything else. But yeah, this thing, for the price, I can't complain. I mean, I did my whole driveway here with the help of my quad. What I did is dug around here. I got good gravel, made a pile because it was a big hump here. Then I took my quad I got a bucket on. I just pushed everything in the back there. In the front of the house, I had 2 stumps I took out. There's a big pile of rock over there. I stack them up with this machine. Like it's, if we can zoom it in over there, that's been stacked with this machine. So he's got a lot of power. And the stumps, there's 2 stumps over there. Those are the 2 stumps I pulled out. They're about 12 to 16 inches. So yeah, that's the high top HD10 model. And yeah, if you're concerned about them, or you know, I personally think it's a good machine. I wouldn't buy the diesel one though, just because you don't know for sure what the engine is, or I heard about complaints about that engine. And fuel costs, it burns about a full tank every 4 hours, which is pretty good. I mean, it's only a 5-liter tank. The cost of gas these days is, I can't complain. And it's gas powered, so you don't have the diesel smell to deal with, and you know, and it starts all the time. Anyway, that's all I got for now, and later on maybe I'll do some more videos. I'll see. Anyway, take care.